Again.
Living in America.
I mean, Bill, we've been listening all morning. We cannot. I didn't hear a word she said. I was looking at the James Brown wig.
Are you going to say to Fox News when they try and choke us, lie on us, undermine us, and destroy us, we're going to turn the television off on you?
No. Again.
Living in America.
All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility.
There's nothing wrong.
So, Congresswoman, respecting that, to be clear, you believe it would have been better to keep in place an FBI director who you said had no credibility to oversee this investigation than to find someone who you think would be a better choice?
No, but
Alone from night to night, you find me.
But, Congresswoman,
yes.
I understand that in the past he was praising him, but if you said that FBI Director James Comey had no credibility, wouldn't you support the fact that the president, then candidate Trump, now President Trump, made the decision to get rid of him?
No, not necessarily. Defense.
But just to be clear, there has been no actual evidence yet.
What'd you say?
No, it has not been.
Okay. I just want
No,
to
it has not. And
you think the Russian government developed the talking points for the Trump campaign?
I think that there was a cooperation in developing strategy about how they could ensure that Hillary Clinton was not elected.
What'd you say?
I think that when you saw him absolutely calling Hillary crooked, the lock her up, all of that was developed. I think that was developed strategically with people from the Kremlin, with Putin.
Help me!
Absolutely. I am talking about strategies that were developed working with the Trump campaign. I really do believe that much of what you saw coming out of Trump's mouth was a play from Putin's playbook.
Nigga!
I'm wondering, was there any collusion between him and Putin and the Kremlin?
What'd you say?
I want to define what you mean by collusion, because what you're talking about seems more circumstantial to me.
Nigga!
Wrapping his arms around Putin while Putin is continuing to advance into Korea?
I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong.
Collusion to me is very specific. It means that the Russian government or actors within were trying to elect Donald Trump. But I want to know what collusion means to you, because that seems to be the standard by which you're saying he should be impeached.
Yes.
Is us fighting the power?
Oh, yeah. And so, no, I have no intention of pretending everything's all right. We cannot continue to have a president who's acting in this manner. Well, I hope he's not there for 4 years. This is the most outrageous and ridiculous president that this country has ever had. He's done everything to show that he really doesn't have good values. I don't honor him, I don't respect him, and I don't want to be involved with him. No, I don't trust him, I don't believe him. I have no intentions of sitting down with him.
Huh? Because I look good.
That is? You
I
look
smell
good.
I feel good.
Oh, no, I won't go. I'm not going to sit down with him. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to pretend.
No, I'm not.
If the president had not gone all over the country praising him about the way he handled Hillary and the emails, if the president had not said he had confidence in him.
Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
Entangled with this Kremlin clan of his.
Huh? Because I look good.
That is? You
I
look
smell good. I feel good.
This clan, this Kremlin clan, but to take over, you know, all of these Soviet countries.
What'd you say?
This is a bunch of scumbags. That's what they are.
Those are
we bend over backwards to work with people.
What'd you say?
These are a bunch of scumbags.
Secretary.
Is this us fighting the power?
Oh, yeah.
And guess what this liberal would be all about? This liberal will be all about socializing, would be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
What'd you say?
Today, when is it that lawmakers are going to start reading the legislation that they actually passed?
No, it's classified and we can't tell you anything.
Over $800 billion, and you got members of Congress voting on it, and they haven't read it?
Oh,
When
yes.
is that going to end?
Well, the fact of the matter is you don't read everything. I don't read everything. What we do is we read what we consider the most important aspects of the bill.
Help me! Help me!
Bill. Our staffs break it up into different parts. They read it. They feed information to us.
There you are.
There are millions of pages of information that go through this Congress, and nobody really reads it all.
What'd you say?
Just as you don't read every fine line in every newspaper every day. You read what you think is most important for you to do your job. That's the way the world works.
I do. Now we say it's okay because Congress doesn't read the fine print either on these big bills?
Well,
what kind of example is that?
I wish all of America read all of the documents that's put before them.
There you are.
I wish more people reading mortgages understood everything that was in the mortgage.
Nigga!
I wish that I read every piece of everything, all of the print that's put before me. And
I love you. I love America. I love everybody.
like you say, you try to do it. We try to do it. And we do the best job that we can, just as you do the best job that you can.
Out of order.
You are out of order. Shut up.
There you are.
A member of this House, Peter King, had to be gavelled out of order. It is only when a woman attempts to exercise her rights in this House.
Madam Speaker,
I'm going to say I feel good.
Madam Speaker, I demand the gentlewoman comply with the rules of this House.
It is only when a woman attempts to speak.
Gentlewoman from California, you must suspend.
Wait a minute, I just got here.
I demand the
You
sergeant
must have
at arms
this kind
bring the
of
gentlewoman to
intimidation.
her
You must
feet.
suspend, gentlewoman from California.
This is a member of this House, Peter King, had to be gavelled out of order. An example of what they tried to do to us. I am
Madam
pleased
Speaker, I move this House to now adjourn.
that I was able to come to
Madam
Maggie
Speaker.
Williams.
I feel good.
And I think it's more than bank records. I think that you can see that visits, to Moscow were made during the campaign by Manafort and others. I think it's a lot more absolute.
All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility.
You obviously have been very critical of James Comey in the past. You said that he had no credibility. I assume that you support the president's decision then to fire his FBI director.
No, I do not necessarily.
Have all the charges been dropped?
Yeah, I'm out on love.
All I can tell you is the FBI director has no credibility. If the president had not said he was a part of his team.
Again.
Living in America.
I've been trying to get people to focus on this connection with the Kremlin and with Putin. I have a resolution that I introduced in February. I think there's enough there that we know about the Kremlin and about Putin to be concerned about whether or not there was collusion.
Hasta luego.
I mean, Bill, we've been listening all morning. We cannot. I didn't hear a word she said. I was looking at the James Brown wig.
Again.
Living in America.
Again.
Living in America.